Morning. It's Tuesday morning here in McAllen, Texas. Waiting on the I'm waiting on the builder's call. The I have one of my associates that's he's the light has come on, right? He This guy's already a millionaire. He he's been he's done interesting things. He's done commodities and futures tradings and all that kind of stuff. And he's now understanding the benefit of what we have. Okay. And he's been, like yesterday, he got three new prospects, um, you know, invited for tonight's 7 step. And he, and they push him, right? Like, so what is it? What is it, right? And so to give this, not wanting to sound like he doesn't know, he says it's insurance, right? Well, the problem with that is that word insurance doesn't really explain what we do. I was on and it takes some time to get it right. I was on the call recently with the college education planning call, and they were talking about how a lot of parents end up tapping into their retirement plan, the money they put aside for themselves to live on when they retire. They end up putting that toward their kids' education because they have it in. They have to, because the kid doesn't get any financial aid if they have those assets in those type of accounts that count against them. So they want them to spend that money. Well, if you have your money in an insurance contract, it doesn't count against your child on the FAFSA form. Okay? And then they start talking about, what happens to a lot of parents, and this just all of a sudden came up, that what happens to a lot of people is they save this money for their retirement, but they end up spending that money in their retirement on doctor bills and hospital bills, right? Because they didn't keep up with their health. And I'm like, oh, see, that whole time that Transamerica was promoting their wealth and health community, that's what they should have been, that's the message they should have been pounding, okay? Doing all this work, taking all this effort to save your money just to be giving it to the doctors and the hospitals, who wants to do that, right? So that's the tie-in to the wealth and health, okay? But here's the thing. When it comes to life insurance can be that source to pay for long-term care or catastrophic illness, right? Life insurance is very flexible. You can borrow against your life insurance policy to buy anything, and when you pay it back, you're paying yourself back. Bank CDs used to be that way. My dad loved that. He would only get like 4%, but 4% and a lot of money is a lot of money. This is just what my dad would tell me, right? And when he paid himself back, when he paid the money back, he paid himself back, and he liked that. Well, you can do the same thing. I can see a day. The reason the stock market is taken off like it is because these big corporations do not trust our banking system. They don't want to be dependent on a failed banking system, so they don't want to be in debt. Okay, so what they're doing is these big corporations are hoarding their own stock. Right? They're buying up all their own stock. So if they need capital, they can just borrow against their stock, all right, or they can sell stock. That's like a loan that doesn't have to be paid back. Okay, and that's why the market is taking off like it is, right? And there's you know, there's a bunch of things. That's why the protection of the index universal life is so important, because when that market comes down, you don't want to lose all your money with it. Okay, and that's advisors have really been hurting since 2008, because more people have gone to the index funds because of the protection. Okay, they can't, the advisors can't, the Series 7 and 65 traders, they can't keep up with how the index funds in the market. They just can't do it. Okay, and through life insurance you get the tax advantages. There's so much, these life insurance policies, they call them the Swiss Army knife of financial services. All right, because there's so much flexibility in them. You don't have to wait till you're 65 to draw the money, and you're not worried about tax penalties, right? You can, these are wash loans. That's how they make it so you don't have to pay taxes. They charge you, let's just say 2.3%, and then they take the money out of your account and they credit you 2.3%. Okay, they credit you 2.3% when they take the money out of your account, and then when they pay you out of the accounts, they charge you 2.3% as a loan, and you don't pay tax on a loan. That's how they do it. Okay, that's why it works. All right. But what I'm trying to get across is, there's so much more to what we do than just life insurance. If you say just life insurance, it puts the wrong picture in people's mind. It's like when you ask for referrals. Referrals are the wrong vernacular. You go to somebody's house, you do some business with them, and hey, you ask for, can you have referrals? And the guy's thinking, I don't know, honey, do we have a referral in the drawer? It's the wrong vernacular. You got to put their mind where people are. Just like in this business, you got to put their mind on what we really do. All right? And what we really do is a lot. All right? We show people how to make more money, where to save their money, how to save their money, how to protect their money, how to get a better rate of return, how to, pay less in taxes, get proper protection, all of these things. That's what we do. Okay? But when you really, really understand what happens when your money's in the right place, all right, it's protected from loss to the market, right? It protects you and your family against loss of life, but it also, down the road, is a way to pay for those very expensive medical situations that prop up for most everybody. And it's also but this is where the health comes in. That's why, RubenLowing.com, I'm promoting not just the financial services, but the fitness and proper nutrition. Because if you don't have all that together, somebody else is going to benefit from your saving, like the doctors and the hospitals. All right. That's why they're so hard pushing for this socialized medicine. Okay, because that's really the government. All right, and the government wants your retirement savings. The government wants your money. Okay, and they're going to put you and your family in hock forever for your health. Okay, if we go to a socialized system. Okay, it makes the cost of health services way more expensive because it's subsidized. Okay, so there you go. All right. Have a great Tuesday.